What the box looks like itself, it does come, besides the mod, with a rebuildable tank. We're just going to be looking at the Tesla 3 today. So you have both of your instruction books, the one for the rebuildable tank as well as for the mod. And then you also have your USB port and your little bit of tools for tinkering down there for you tinkerers. So one of the things I really like about this mod is that it goes both ways, kind of like your Mutta. But you've got your micro USB. You can hook right into here to charge the unit. But as you will notice, you actually have an output down here. So you can plug the USB cord in this way and then charge your cell phone, another mod, whatever you happen to have. I haven't seen a mod that could do that, I think, since the MVP3 Pro. And I think that was around a 4,000 mAh battery. So having this 5,000 mAh and that option, I like it. This is something I would throw in the side compartment of my car and just have it with me out and about just in case you need it sometime. And then besides both those options, you also can use this thing as a pass-through while you're charging it. So I guess it goes three ways, kind of like your dad. Trisexual. Try anything. And then this is all zinc alloy construction. It will read resistances down to 0.1 and it can do a maximum of 150 watts. And that would be at its lowest resistance. Its maximum voltage output is 4.2. So if you know what the 0.1 resistance and the 4.2 volt maximum, you can do your Ohm's law and figure out for yourself if this thing's going to do 150. But with the 5,000 mAh battery, it should have more than enough power to do that 150. And I'm going to vape it first with a 0.35 resistance coil. This is the one from the Smoke Micro 150 kit that I did a while ago. I love this tank and I just thought it looked awesome with it. Then I will switch it out to one of those Baby Beast tanks and we'll try this on a 0.15 resistance. So in theory, it'll be doing that Baby Beast at over 100 watts, which I usually vape at about 80, but I think it'll be all right just for this video to test it out. So of course it is 510 threaded. This, like the Tesla 2, has no screen on it. You don't need to know anything. You just stick your tank on there and this thing's going to vape it like it vapes it. And this is one of those, you're going to get bigger clouds the lower resistance you go. The higher you get to like 1 ohm and above ohm stuff, you're not going to get nearly the vapor production. As far as telling what's going on with the mod itself, you do have a light system that lets you know the battery charge. So you can see we've got about 2 lights left on this. So we're probably not vaping at the full 4.2 volts. But I've had this thing out of the box kind of sitting next to me, vaping it on and off for about a week and a half. And I'm down to 2. I actually hooked this thing up this morning, was trying to charge it for a while, but with 5,000 mAh, it's going to take a long time to charge. So you definitely want to probably leave this overnight. But even with those 2 bars, it is vaping great. Check it out. Oh yeah. So I do like the way this thing vapes right around 0.3. That's probably my favorite. The TFV8 Baby for a 0.15 resistance doesn't vape as high a wattage as the original TFV8. And I think this thing over vapes that TFV8 Baby, but I'll show you guys in a minute. But on this 0.35 resistance, man, it's like butter. Woo! Bitch, you ain't never heard me stutter. Because I'm butter. So really just a great, simple, all-day vape. Enough power to last you. A nice little looking box mod. So it does depend on whether you like that box mod style. It is kind of square in your hand. It's not especially large. And then you do have that side button. I almost wish they had just gone all the way to the top with it. If you're going to do something to squeeze, I'd rather just use all fingers than only be able to get 3 of them on there. But other than that, really not bad. And it vapes easy using your thumb as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch over to Baby. So I think I do have just enough of my OV, original Vapesta, the grape juice. Oh yeah, that should be more than enough to fill this tank up. So we're back with the Baby. A dingo got your baby. Most of you guys are probably too young to remember that incident, unless you caught the Seinfeld episode where they referenced it, which was hilarious too. Not too like the original incident when the dingo got the baby. That wasn't hilarious. All right, Vapestas, we're juiced up. Let's see what the Tesla 3 can do with this TFV8 Baby. Woo! Oh yeah, vape for days. It is just a little warmer than I would set it to. I think it's probably vaping this thing just around like 100, 110 watts. But as you can see, just kicking the vapor out like a beast. maybe just for contrast, I'll kick a 0.5 resistance tank on here, and we'll see how big a cloud you get at that range. I think it should still be vaping pretty good at 0.5. And this is my very tarnished brass tank by Vapresso. You can tell which tank I use a lot. But all right, 0.5 resistance on the Tesla 3. Not bad. You did have to take a longer drag. As you could see, it wasn't firing up quite as quick. This thing is basically like a cross between a regulated and a mech mod. One of the things I like about it is it does just fire up full on right when you press the button, no delay. It basically just gives it everything it's got, flatlines it right at the max. So if that's the way you like to vape, hey, you don't have to take as long a drag, it just comes at you quick. So I'm not sure where this Tesla 3 is going to be available, if it's going to be available to the US audience or not. I saw another reviewer in the UK doing it, so I assume you guys are cool. The herb reviews that I do, you guys are just going to have to know what's available in your area. If somebody's selling it, I will put a link to them right underneath of this video. You can also go pick yourself up some of my OV. We've also got that Beastie Boysenberry in full stock. Some feedback I've gotten about that, but it's been just rave reviews about that Beastie Boysenberry. A lot of people have said it's the best e-juice they've ever tried. Do not argue with those people. Do it for the Tesla 3 for today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like and comment on your way out the door. Shit to do, so I'm gonna make like vape. And blow.